Amit, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, hi
Hi,
Amit. How
Shipra.
are
Hi,
you?
everyone. My sincere apologies. I
Thank.
do not use X. This is the first time I created my login, and their
Yeah.
puzzle was quite complex. It took a lot of time to clear that. Uh,
Okay.
yes. So I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if others will be joining us or not, but yeah, let's make a start. Yeah. So shall we start with your introduction, Amit, and then you can move on to the topic for today, which is impact of AI on BA roles and responsibilities.
Okay. So I think we have Kate as a speaker, and we have Amar and Naveen. So hi, all of you. Um, my name is Amit Pastrija, and me and Shipra have worked for a number of years together in past. In my case, this is my 28th year in active career. I worked for a couple of insurance companies in India uh, as underwriter and then claims manager. And then in 2013, I moved to a technology role. So I led business analysis practice for Coforge, one of the major projects for Coforge, for almost a decade. And last year, I think not last year, 2023, I came out of my typical corporate life and started my own consulting company. And as part of this consulting company, I do business analysis, business process management, and multiple uh, techno functional consulting activities, may include uh, involvement of AI as well. So when Shipra approached to me for this session today, I was more than happy. So thank you, Shipra. Uh, I think that's it for today. And if anyone would like to know more, I would be happy to address that.
Thanks, Amit. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Shall we talk about AI impact on BA roles and responsibilities now?
Yes. Um, do you follow any structure, or I can go free flow now, as I thought to talk?
Yeah, you can go free flow. We don't have any particular structure. So let's take a break in between so that if audience have any questions, they can ask that during that
Okay,
time. Yeah.
so how they do? They are able to speak, or they will put in chat, because I'm using this platform first time. So how this
Uh-huh.
happens?
Yeah, they can speak in between, but we'll let you finish first, and then we'll open the floor in case anyone has any questions.
Okay, so thank you, Shipra. First of all, I'm not sure whether, though this jargon AI is spoken a lot everywhere nowadays, but whether we are aware what AI is, and then extension to is generative AI. So not sure whether the people here are fully aware of these two terms. So I thought, why not to firstly understand these terms, and then go into deeper points as we move forward. So the name itself, artificial intelligence, speaks a lot, isn't it? So humans so far were using their own human intelligence or real intelligence, but some more intelligent people uh, in the world, they thought, why not to beyond human intelligence create something artificial, which may be more intelligent than even human intelligence. Yeah. And they called it artificial intelligence. Okay. So basically, the way they have designed that the computer systems which are there, uh, they can actually mimic human intelligence uh, when we talk about AI. Okay. Uh, and the basis can be past experience, past data, uh, analyzing that, and then understanding how a response should come, how something has to be executed. Okay. In a smart manner, AI comes in picture there. So one way AI is like teaching a computer to think, reason, or perform tasks that usually require a human brain. Okay. So some of the examples you would have seen, like people who use iPhone, they use Siri, or people who use Alexa device, they talk to Alexa and ask them to perform something, and they in return come back to you after understanding what you're saying. Okay. Um, uh, you would have seen in another example is you would have seen in Netflix or YouTube, based on your watching preferences, they suggest a different web series or videos or movies. Yeah. So that is also AI driven nowadays. um, Even Google Maps, for example, the best routes, for example, when you decide to go to a destination and you start using Google Map, um, the suggestions which it gives, also nowadays AI is quite used. The best routes, recommendations, all those things are based on your driving behavior, how you're moving your vehicle along with your mobile, that drives recommendations by Google Maps as well. Okay. And I think one is AI, but for BAs, another topic or knowledge area is generative AI. So many of us nowadays have started using uh, ChatGPT or Google's Gemini tool, and there are multiple numerous tools now through which we try to uh, generate some definitions, descriptions about any topic which we are curious about. Yeah. So basically, generative AI is a type of AI only, which helps in creating contents. Even it helps in generating images, music, even code for developers. It also helps in generating videos, and the basis is um, uh, the patterns which has been created through an existing data, or the way it has been trained. Yeah. So the responses may be very good or maybe very vague, depends on how we have trained that tool based on historical data uh, fed into that tool. I'm not an expert in this space, but whatever understanding I have got it by using, by analyzing, by observing that. Yeah. So uh, briefly, we just need to understand that generative AI helps in, especially for BAs, creating content in any form, text form or video form or image form. Yeah. So first is we understood this, what is AI, and then generative AI. Now, one of the questions many BAs ask or they are curious about is that whether AI is a threat to us or not. Shipra, have you observed this? Do people talk or feel concerned when AI is coming to use a lot? Have you heard any of your associates or somebody saying that it's a threat to us in past?
Definitely. Definitely, Amit. In fact, couple of people have posed this question time and again. So whenever we talk about AI, this is the most common question. Do we think that BA role can survive the AI world?
So the blessing or the best part is, in my view, and I think a lot of learned people will have the same view, that it is not a threat to at least BA role. It can be threat to content writers. It can be threat to people who do repetitive tasks. For example, data entry operators. For example, people who work in operations where they enter or they execute some tasks every day, same mundane tasks every day, and then go to their home after finishing the work. Yes, those professions are replaceable through smartness of AI. Yeah, but fortunately, we as BAs are. I think we should be happy to note that AI can be an enabler for us instead of a threat. So it can help us to do our job in a better manner instead of posing a threat to us. Yeah, it depends on how we utilize its power. That's important to know, that how we utilize its power. So does it give any comfort, Chipra? Uh, okay, so let me go a little deep into it, why it is not a threat. Yeah, I briefly mentioned that it is um, uh, replaceable. So certain jobs are replaceable through AI, but BA expertise is not replaceable, isn't it? We do a lot of critical thinking when we design solutions. We use different creativity uh, areas. Um, we need to interact with the humans, understand their requirements, understand their challenges, which I feel that AI cannot fully replicate at all. AI can certainly analyze data, but as of now, I don't know in future how the way things are improving. You never know, but at the moment, it lacks empathy, and even it lacks the negotiation skills which BA may have to deal with the different stakeholders or resolve conflicts. Yeah, so human involvement is certainly there. So in various spaces, for example, when we do business analysis, we use a lot of techniques to interact with the stakeholders. Certain techniques cannot be automated at all. Certain techniques cannot involve AI, though it can help in doing a job in a better way. But I feel that human expertise is irreplaceable here. Yeah. Another thing which is we should know that AI can help BAs as a great tool. Yeah, it can help us, even for us, when we are doing any repetitive tasks, uh, when we do our job. uh, it can help us to automate that, to do it efficiently. For example, doing data I'll talk more about it, but it can help us in being more smart or um, efficient in doing our job instead of a threat. Okay, so AI can be a great tool. I'm sure here must be using some of the AI tools in your day-to-day work. I hope people comes as a speaker and talk about. Uh, I would know, but yes, it's a great tool. Another thing which, as of now, that AI, whatever work you have done through AI tool, needs oversight. You can use it as is. Human involvement is there. Human has to review whatever output has come through AI, isn't it? So BA can use AI tools to design solutions, to design wireframes, to do multiple things, but ultimately it has to be reviewed, validated uh, with the stakeholders, validated with people who are important to be involved. Yeah, so BA can only do that job. AI currently cannot do that. Fine. So I hope it gives confidence to people that for BA role, AI is going to support. It is not going to act as a threat, or it is not going to replace our career at all. In fact, BAs will be involved to design AI solutions in future, AI driven solutions as well as AI solutions itself. So BAs are involved there. So no need to worry at all. I'm pretty confident there. Okay.
Thanks.
Any
Thanks,
thoughts,
Amit.
Shipra? Anyone would like to say anything?
Yes, yes, Amita. So even I agree. I don't see AI as a threat, at least to the BA role. So the the one of the basic work that a BA does is requirement elicitation. So we call it elicitation because the customer themselves don't know what they want. We have to elicit the requirement out of them. So if they don't know what they need, actually, they can't give commands to AI to provide some solution to them, right? So uh, BAs are the consultants. They tell clients what can be done for them, and how we can solve their problems. So until and unless people don't have clarity what they need, they won't be able to give instructions to the AI in the first place. And I have seen AI making life of a BA very easy. Let me take an example where I have used AI in my day-to-day work. So images. So whenever I have to paste some image in a presentation or anywhere, I used to feel very discomfortable when I'm taking image from a Google, because I don't know, there might be some copyrights associated with the image. But nowadays I can generate images from AI and I'm not worried about any copyright infringement, because I'm using it for my official work. But still, it just bears a mark that this is AI generated image, but I'm very confident that I'm not stealing someone else's work. So it has made my life very comfortable, very very easy. So similarly, someone asked me a question, do you know about this? And I was not sure. I tried googling it out, because domain specific terms are not easily searchable. So what I did was, I put my query on AI, and AI gave me a detailed result out of the entire Google search. And the information was so clear cut. I just copy pasted and send it to my manager saying that this is AI generated content and it makes sense to me. So I have personally used AI in as many places as I can, but of course I'm still limited. I'm not using it to generate user stories or not, but user stories and all. But I don't. I can see very soon we will start doing that also. So that's my personal experience which I wanted to share. We have Naveen and Kate with us as a speaker, and we have Neil and Amar as a listener. So in case Neil and Amar, you'd like to join me on stage, please send me a request and I'll accept it. In the meanwhile, let's hear from Naveen and Kate. What do they think? Yeah. So Kate, would you like to share your views on AI?
I used only ChatGPT and ask some questions. Yes, what is behavior, or what examples of questions, or daily routine, and that's it in my work. Any others I haven't used, unfortunately. That's my experience. Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Thanks for sharing your experience. Naveen, would you like to add?
Yeah, in this in this current arena, I mean, this is what majorly required. The AI, as I work mostly for banking, where in terms of data suggestions, each and everything, wherever we go, we use the word AI, and even in the domain names, I mean, any company name or anything, anywhere if you see .ai, this is what it going to be. And like, I mean, people are crazy after it, and it's good for financial institutions and insurance companies to have their own AI LLMs, so that they can perform well for confidentiality and to cope up with current generation trend. What I feel is,
Definitely. Thanks, Naveen. So before I pass on the mic back to Amit, do we have any questions for Amit so far?
no, clear.
Great. Thanks, Naveen. Anything from your side, Kate?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, over to you,
Okay,
Amit.
so before we go into detail on impact of AI on BA roles and responsibilities, I would like to understand whether it is currently impacted you in any way. For example, Shipra, Naveen, Kate, in your case, in your current day-to-day work, forget about how you are using it and what help it is going to do to you, which we'll talk in detail in coming moments. But as of now, uh, when you are performing your tasks, is there any impact of AI? Whether you feel that because of AI, I am feeling concerned, or because of some AI related modules or functionalities you are working, you are facing challenge. So anything which AI is causing concern or happiness in you when you are currently dealing in your projects. Currently, is it a situation, or is it just a jargon for all of you as of now? Uh, as of now, yeah, got me. So Naveen,
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
like to
got
say
you.
something?
Got you, Amit. Can I respond?
Yeah, please. Most welcome.
So, I mean, basically, I'm from a banking background. I'm a banking BA.
Hmm.
So, when it has come for a development of a banking project, where I mean, the CTO of the company and the seniors of the company, what it has impacted me was these people go and search something in Chat GPT, and they come up with some of the rules and they want to implement it without knowing the background of it. They says that, I mean, if you have accountant, treasurer, and all, I want to create all these rules. Basically, in bank there is nothing like, I mean, we have to create a role for this, all this thing. Just some of the options to be added in core banking application. So people simply rely on AI and coming, and they wanted to implement it, and they wanted to follow the same thing. If I come across, I mean, mobile wallet application or some other applications as well related to finance and banking, they wanted to go in a same way, similar way, dumb way, whatever the chat GPT suggests, which is completely different from the real world. This is what I have faced the
Interesting. So,
problem.
in your case, the people or project sponsors or product owners, because they have got an opportunity now to ask ChatGPT and then get some ambitious requirements from ChatGPT without understanding the practicality of it, or actual use, or whether it is useful or not, they push those requirements to BAs like you. Am I correct? So it becomes a challenge to manage. Yeah.
Absolutely correct, Amit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Kate, in your case, is there any challenge or something you are facing in your current work stream because of this jazzy world called artificial intelligence?
No extraordinary things, so daily routine. And but when we are talking about ChatGPT, yes, with my interaction with it, it needs more context about my problem, or description of issue, and to receive more exact answer from it. And I need to recheck and detail information. That was challenge with ChatGPT, but at work now I don't have such
Okay, got
problem.
you. Got you. So in your case, like in Naveen's case, that's a unique scenario. In your case, I think in your day-to-day work, you are using ChatGPT, a tool, for getting some answers. But in terms of your project, there's no element of AI at the moment, or nobody is ambitious enough at the moment within your current project to talk about or build some functionalities of AI. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Shipra, something in Coforge, which in the current applications, except which I understand there is a chat bot or something. Anything else is impacting you as of now?
Nothing, Amit, not as
Okay,
of now.
okay. So reality is this: unless we are working in companies like Microsoft, Google, or organizations which are exclusively working for AI solutions, impact is not huge, which I have observed as of now. But yes, day is not too far. You never know how things turn up in future. Yeah, but in my current experience, BAs, even without knowledge of AI, are able to survive well. Yeah, but as we know that upskilling is the need of the hour, and BAs with the good understanding of AI can be obviously become more sought after as compared to people who do not have understanding of AI. So my recommendation to each one of us, including me, is to be reasonably aware about AI, even if our current project do not demand it. Fine. So there are various ways. I think at the time of conclusion of this session, I would talk about those ways how you can upskill yourself in AI space. Fine. Okay. So I would like to make this conversation now more interactive when we are talking about impact of AI on BA roles and responsibilities. So I would like to know from especially speakers, Shipra, Naveen, Kate, whenever suppose you got a new project where you have been involved from day one, what happens first? What is the first stage when BA gets involved uh, in the overall software or project life cycle? Shipra, Naveen, what happens? What is the stage? What BA does at initial stage when they get involved?
So for in my case, Amit, I get involved in project planning because we get involved into scoping out the project. So what's in scope, what's out of scope, and if there are any major assumptions that we are making in terms of the project. So I get involved at that stage.
So can AI involve in or support you in planning?
Not exactly, because as I said, even the scope of the project itself is not clear. So in planning stage, I don't
No.
see
Okay, I'll
how AI
slightly differ
help.
here.
Yeah. Mhm.
If you use generative AI tools, for example, ChatGPT or Google Gemini, uh, and put a proper prompts there, okay, that what kind of planning you are willing to do, what all inputs you push there as part of your prompts while writing a question to Chat GPT or Google Gemini, you may get a complete plan itself, high level plan uh, from that particular tool. Obviously, as I said, that it needs oversight, it needs correction, it needs improvement, but you'll get the complete structure which you can fine tune or change or correct uh, uh, from BA perspective. Okay.
I agree with you, Amit.
Yes.
I mean, which makes our day very easier. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
which I rely completely. I mean, in my case,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
suppose you have, for example, you have been told that there are 15 requirements which you will need to focus as part of 5 sprints. Yeah. um, um, and you'll understand or analyze the requirement. So obviously, human intelligence will be required to understand the complexity of the requirement, to understand how much time it may take for you to do that. But the structure of the planning or tasks, for example, what all tasks a BA will need to do to design the solution, um, uh, task wise estimations, everything you can document through a generative AI tool. Try that out once, and I'm confident that if you put right prompts, it will give very good results. Ultimately depends on what kind of questions we ask. So probing skill of a BA comes very handy when it comes to using chat GPT like tools. So if we probe well, there, we use the skill of BA well, then we get fantastic answers from the tool. So my recommendation to everyone, whenever you would need to create a plan, just try out any such tool. You may get fantastic plan in place, and then obviously you can modify, improve, make it workable, practical for you. Yeah. Shipra, I think you wanted to say something.
No, I was saying that makes sense now. Let's
Yes.
try it out.
Okay. So BA gets involved in planning stage. Now planning has got completed. If you're following agile methodology, then you have number of sprints in hand. There is a periodicity for each sprint. You have Scrum team. Yeah. But if you are following waterfall model, then obviously there's a different way of working. You will require to create functional specifications or requirement documents first, and then development will start the work. Okay, so depends on methodology. You will your plan will be aligned to that. Okay, what is the next stage now? Next stage is a requirement elicitation. Am I right? So what happens when you go to requirement workshops? At that moment, you need to understand requirements from customer. You need to discuss potential solutions to meet those requirements. Am I correct? You need to write then either user stories or functional requirements. Yeah, either of the things. In all these situations, for example, when you need to run a workshop and you need to design a questionnaire to run a workshop, okay, earlier what used to happen, we used to refer our old project questionnaires, okay, or used to apply our knowledge to design the questionnaire. But if you give proper prompt to generative AI tool now, that you are supposed to implement, for example, a banking application, you will have these stakeholders in your meeting. Yeah. And the workshop is related to this topic. Then you may get all the questions also ready-made for you. And instead of creating questionnaire from scratch, a generative AI tool can help you to design the complete questionnaire for you. But as I said, obviously you need to review, fine tune, make it align with your own project. But the raw structure can always be generated through a generative AI tool. Fine. And as Shipra, you said, images, process flow diagrams, multiple things AI tools can help nowadays to do it more efficiently. Yeah. I have not used any wireframing tools which helps in generating process flows through AI, but I'm sure they may be if we explore. Yes, journal images, by giving proper prompts, we can always generate. But as part of requirement workshops, I don't know how much they will help. Yeah, they may help for writing blogs, articles, or posts, or anything which you are writing. But in requirement docs or user stories, I'm not sure whether that kind of images may help. Ultimately, you need process flows, you need wireframes for the functionality. Yeah, how the functionality or solution will look like. There may be some tools I have not used that we'll need to explore. But yes, if we explore, we may find something which may be helpful for us. Fine. So in requirement workshops, when you suppose have created raw minutes of the meeting after asking questions, okay, if you ask generative AI tool like ChatGPT, by putting that raw minutes of the meeting or raw notes, ask them to fine tune it, review it, okay, review the cosmetic or language as well, it can totally transform your minutes of meeting. So I don't know whether you have done it or not. If you put just raw minutes of the meeting, next time whenever you come out of your meeting, ask chat gpt to improve those minutes without changing the soul of those minutes. It's important to put a prompt like that, that there should not be any change in the soul or wordings of those minutes. It should only improve the language, it should improve the meaning or perception. Yeah, if you put proper prompt, you may get very good quality notes or minutes when you ask generative AI tool. I don't know, any one of you have done that before? Shipra, Naveen, Kate. Kate is using ChatGPT, as she said. So have you tried that? That putting minutes of the meeting or notes from the meeting and then asking ChatGPT that could you please improve, review and improve those minutes? Have you done that?
Yes, I have done it.
Yes. So what was the outcome, Naveen?
Naveen.
How the result was?
I mean, in some of the cases, I mean, it gives, I mean, more inputs, and in some of the cases, it goes as per the system. I have to review, but I can say, I mean, my work gets easier.
Yep.
But one observation I have to do, I mean, even after the ChatGPT generates the results or something.
Yes, yes, that is important. Can't avoid at the moment. I don't know whether it will be foolproof in future or not. Human oversight or review will always be there, in my view, to validate the results. Um, uh, it also depends on the prompt we give. If we tell the generative AI tool that not to um, uh, change the essence of the notes or requirements, not to change or provide any additional notes, it will do that. It will keep the essence as is. So uh, for BAs, it is very important to know how the prompt should be given to generative AI tool. Okay, so there are multiple courses. I think if you go to any online platform nowadays, prompt engineering is one of the good courses uh, uh, in order to use generative AI tool at optimum level. So I would recommend, if possible, if you time permits, explore those courses. Some of those courses may be free also, uh, which you need not to pay anything. So it's good to do if you would like to use generative AI tools more. Naveen, you want to say something?
No, no, it's a good recommendation, actually. I mean,
Yes.
yeah. Good.
Okay, so now you did workshop, you got now you need to convert requirements into either functional specifications or user stories. So there are situations where you need to get those requirements reviewed with your peer reviewer. Am I correct? Any senior BA is supposed to review the document or user story which you have written. Am I right?
Yes, Amit.
Yeah. So there are two type of reviews whenever they are supposed to happen. One review is the language review. One review is a solution or functionality review. Whatever solution you are proposing, that review, isn't it? So language review now can be easily done by tools like ChatGPT. Grammatical issues can be easily managed through tools like ChatGPT. Correct? Like the way I recommended improving your notes. Similar way, you can always get ChatGPT to proofread your requirement which you have written. So language wise, you can sort it out so that your peer reviewer need not question or put review comments on language or grammar or English. Yeah, whatever you have written there. Okay. Yes, functionality review, a solution review, actual requirement review which has come from business. yes, that is supposed to be reviewed, discussed with you by peer reviewer. But at least language part can be easily sorted through generative AI tool. Yeah. So any thoughts here? Have you used when you write user stories or functional specifications? Have you used any a tool at the moment to get your language sorted when you are writing a requirement? Any one of you have used that?
Yes, Samantha. So what I do is whenever I write user story, I just paste it in a Word and at least do the spell check in Word. But nowadays, I've seen a Word giving me, the uh, ranking on the content as well. So it tells me how much clear my document is, how many grammatical errors were there, or what are the sentences that could have been improved.
Yes.
So because our systems are, do not allow, so official systems do not allow ChatGPT tools or AI related tools. But yes, some of the inbuilt AI features, like those in Microsoft Word, they do really come in handy.
Yes, and Shipra, I don't know how you can manage that, but if you suppose are not able to articulate a requirement in English, um, uh, and you have some raw words or very rough thoughts in your mind, and if you ask Chat GPT, for example, to articulate that, it can do that for you. Similarly, if you have written a user story, and if you are able to use that tool and put that user story as is, and ask ChatGPT to review, fine tune it, it will do fantastic job, much better than Microsoft Word. Yeah. Um, you can try that out. I'm not sure whether in organizations, ChatGPT, I understand their limitations, but Google's tool, Gemini, may also be available. I don't know. Yeah, it all depends on restrictions imposed by organizations. Yeah. Okay. So now we have written the requirement, and once we have written, obviously we need to design solutions. Okay. In order to design solutions, we may need to rely on a lot of data. Yeah. So far what we used to do, we used to ask our developer or ourselves, we used to generate data from by using SQL or something from backend tables. Yeah. In Excel sheet, then put pivot there, and then study the data. Based on the data analysis, um, um, there may be functionality which you need to build on top of it. Whatever the data is required, you are analyzing, so it takes a lot of time. Yeah. But nowadays, even inferences, uh, personally, being honest with you, I have not been I have not got opportunity to use so far any AI tool to analyze data. Yeah. But I'm sure, considering my exposure to tools like ChatGPT, because I'm a curious soul, so I do explore these tools just for the heck of exploring. So I have seen that a lot of observations, for example, we need to write when we have studied the data. So if we pump in or put that data, for example, in tools like ChatGPT, we can get a lot of observations or inferences out of data, so that we can save our time. ChatGPT is helping you to have inferences, observations. Yeah. Any outliers, any indicators which you need to know from the data. Yeah. So it helps in a great way in data analysis for designing any solutions. Yeah. So check it out. Um, uh, by chance, I have not been involved in a project where that kind of work was supposed to be done by me, so I don't. That's why I have not used it. But I'm sure whenever given chance, I'll certainly use any AI tool to analyze the data as well. to be more efficient in my data analysis. Yeah. So one of the example is data analysis, but there are various situations where tools can support us to do analysis in a better way. So wherever possible, try to use it. Wherever possible, try to automate your work. I have told number of times my fellow BAs or team members in past that whenever any assignment or any task has come to you, the first thought which should come in our mind is that how we can automate or make it more efficient. Okay. If that thought is there and you explore that how you can do it more efficiently, you may find a lot of AI enablers for you at that point of time. So please start any task with that thought in mind, that how you can automate or make it more efficient. Fine. I can bet you will save a lot of your time. You'll be able to turn around very fast. You'll be able to impress your managers or fellow colleagues, and you may become sought after BA because of your smart work. Okay.
Very good advice, Amit. Very good advice.
Yes. Okay. Now we have a design solution. Yeah. What next? The solution has been developed by a developer, and now it has come to you for testing. Fine. So in order to do testing, what all we need at the moment as a BA, we are supposed to design test scenarios, for example. Am I right? Before we execute our tests. Yeah.
Yeah.
So generative AI tools can help you to design test scenarios as well efficiently. If you put the requirements there and ask that please help in designing test scenarios, it can help you to create test scenarios also for you. Obviously, as Naveen mentioned, and I am reiterating, that those scenarios are supposed to be reviewed by you, corrected or improved or fine-tuned by you. But one version 0.1, initial version can always be generated through Gen AI tools. Okay. See, I'm suggesting you to use Gen AI tools at optimum level. But see, I have seen many times nowadays that people use those tools, generate a text, and then paste it in the document, and then when people asks or probe them, they remain clueless because they did not do proper analysis, or they did not understand whatever has been generated by tools there. Okay. So the key is that whatever you are pasting or writing, you should be confident enough to explain. That is very important. Do not use these tools blindly. You should be able to explain meaning of every word, whatever you have pasted from those tools to your test repository or your functional specification or user story. Any example which you have generated, for example, many times it takes a lot of time to create examples. Okay. Gen AI tool can certainly help you to create a lot of examples, but each line of that example, each number of that example which is there, you should be able to explain to people or to business, to reviewer anytime. AI is helping you to make your job efficient, but it doesn't mean that you leave your job to AI. Got me? So if use it only when you're confident whatever output has come, you are confident that you are able to speak about it or explain it in the way a human intelligence should behave. Okay. Any thoughts here? Any experience in past where you used AI tool just to save your time, but you came into any embarrassing position or situation in past?
I have been, Amit.
I hope
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You have been, Naveen. I understand. Uh, yes, it happens. Yeah, because people may probe anything, isn't it? And if they probe, then we should be confident what we are presenting. Because nowadays it's quite easy to make presentations. Um Ask ChatGPT to create a presentation on a particular topic. It will help you to generate 80 slides on 100 slides presentation in 5 minutes, isn't it? But
Correct.
are you able to take the audience through that presentation confidently? No. You'll have to prepare in deep, so that you are able to explain line by line um, that presentation, as well as you should be able to address any questions asked by audience. So um, do not abuse uh, users of AI that way. My recommendation to every BA is always there. Okay.
I'm like second that thought, Amit. So if we, at the end of the day, it's just a machine, it's just a tool, right? So
Sorry,
if you
Shipra.
use the tool, yeah, I'm saying I like to second your thought, Amit. So AI is just like any other tool that we use. It's an end of the day, it's just a machine, right? So if you
Yep.
use the tool, it will make you better. But if
Yep.
you let the tool do your work, it will replace you. As
Yes.
simple as that, right? So why so many workers were kicked out of factories during World War II? Because they let the machines do their work. They were doing menial tasks which even a machine can do. So if you let the machine do your task, people will soon start feeling that you are not required, and they'll definitely replace you with a machine. But if you use the tools and you do a better job, then people will honor you, and then people will say yes, you're doing a good job. So don't let the tool replace you. Don't rely so much on the tool that it is doing your job.
So
So
basically,
yeah, I would like to second.
make the tool your slave. You do not become slave of that tool. Nowadays,
Exactly.
we are becoming slave of digital tools, and whatever digital tools do, we just blindly rely on it, and then uh, it's simple. When calculator was not there, we were able to do calculations by hand or by our memory, isn't it? But now, even for 2 plus 2, we use calculator. That's the kind of impact a technology can bring in. And AI is a very dynamic technology, isn't it? A different excellent way how the things are transforming now. So I don't know what will happen to human IQ in future, uh, if we become slave of this the new emerging technology. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, Amit. So Amit, we have Neil with us. Let's give him a
Hi, Neil.
stage for a couple of minutes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hey, hi Amit, hi Shipra, hi all.
hi. So Neil, would you like to share your experience, or let us know if you have any queries for Amit?
No, actually, what Amit said was very correctly. Okay, normally, in the initial stages, we are using AI on the basis for just writing like the MOM of the minutes and means as a language, because functionality is where our due diligence or the BA skills that would be required for, but only for the language, which acts
Yep.
as a linkage over there to explain over there to the stakeholders and to the scrum masters or to the developers, so that in the appropriate language that how the requirement is to be leaded over there, so that would help through the AI tool, because AI tool also it's not too much advanced that we have the internal systems like we work for the bank, so we have the many of the systems that are being working, many of the attributes that we need to take care of, we need a very means asset class and all such things. So that is not yet being controlled by the AI, because AI only will give what the Google is saying. Ki, okay, what is the, if we write out key, what is the derivatives, what is the swaps, what is the forex. So they will give us the, okay, this is the detailed analysis of what is the things over there. So if we pick up the, if we want to have that particular language to be integrated in our PRD or the FSC, so then that would help out. But the basic things like which of the tables, which of the particular attributes, and which we need to have the joints or the technical things, that particularly the due diligence of a BA would be helping it out.
Makes sense.
So
Neil. Well said.
yeah.
Sense.
Thanks.
Okay, so another area where I feel AI can, basically generative AI I'm talking at the moment, can help us is stakeholder communication. So especially written communication, even verbal communication, because you can generate the response and then articulate it. So many times what happens is that you're talking to developers, you have a technical answer or something which business may not understand. Yeah, you need to talk to the business in the language which they understand. That's the role of BA. But many times you also remain clueless. We got some answer from technical team. Now how to articulate that to business, isn't it? Becomes a challenge for us. It takes a lot of thought process thinking at that point of time. Maybe consulting with senior BAs, consulting with the fellow BAs. We spend a lot of time in doing that. But if we use a Gen AI tool and give proper prompt and ask the Gen AI tool to generate a stakeholder friendly communication, it can help us to do that in the same simple language. For example, there's a complex answer which you got, and now ask ChatGPT to convert that in the business language or in a simple language. It will help you to do that, so that your communication becomes easy. You need not to put or push that same technical answer to your stakeholder or customer. You can convert that into a business language answer and then push that to a customer. So your stakeholder communication also becomes smoother here. There can be multiple ways to do that, but this is one of the examples which I thought to give. Does it make sense to each one of you? Any thoughts here? Okay, so I think
Yeah.
silence. I assume that you agree with me. Okay,
Yes,
another area where I have not used personally, but when I did my research, as I said, I'm a curious soul, so I got to know. And one of the examples I also found, Naveen, one of the examples I found about a banking app. The app name is Redesign. Basically, uh, there are tools like Adobe XD, we know. Yeah, Adobe XD or Sketch or Figma, where we can design prototypes. Yeah, but through if we also have AI plugins. Not every BA use wireframing tools. They use support of maybe UX designer in their team or developers itself in order to simulate. But whenever you are involved and or you use in your day-to-day work, then nowadays a lot of AI plugins have come in. They recommend design layout to you or wireframe to you based on the input which you have given to that tool. Yeah, or data you have pushed to that tool. So one of the case studies which I was going through, one banking app redesign with AI prototyping tools. um, Basically they did a banking app, and the BA involved utilized AI generated mockups to test user journeys, and through that utilization they were able to reduce time to market by 30%. Okay, so ultimately what it is doing is your job more efficient. It is saving your time. in testing or analyzing. Yeah. So have you heard of this tool, Naveen, Redesign?
No.
Okay, so my recommendation is, let me put that in a message window.
Yep.
I think just have a, is there a way to message? Give me a moment. Yeah, I am putting that in message.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can use that option.
Where to message? Give me a moment. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, so you can see a bubble kind of icon at the end of the if you see the end of the phone, so on the right corner there is this
Yeah,
bubble
I'm
icon.
using my MacBook, so not sure. Okay,
Okay.
I'll put that. I'll put that shortly. Yeah.
Or you can send it to me on WhatsApp and I can post it on the Telegram channel.
Yes, we'll do that. That will be easier to me, Shipra. Okay. So I have put that example, which I think you can share. So especially banking BAs can check that out. Yeah. And may get an more idea about it. Fine. Okay. So what else? Any thoughts?
No, nothing from my side, Amit. It was a good session overall. Couple of suggestions from your side. Definitely will try them out.
So
Anything from your side, Naveen, Neil?
So I mean, in simple terms, I clearly understood that we have to use these, latest tools to get our tasks done easily. Not 100% rely on them, and so by using them, we can do our tasks easily, and so that we'll be good in excel in our work. And at the same time, I would like to know, if companies are replacing BAs with these kind of technologies. Let's assume, 4 BAs are required. They are only by using this technology and tools, they are reducing it in number. Only 1 BA is enough or 2 BAs are enough. And what kind of threat we
that's
have?
not going to happen. That's not going to happen, Naveen. Rest assured, BAs in fact will contribute in reducing jobs. If you ask me, Now, they will build AI driven systems to replace or to uh, kick out certain jobs which are repetitive in nature. So you will be a villain in future, but not someone who will be kicked out. You will
Okay.
act as a villain where you will reduce the jobs for humans, but not your job.
Okay.
Your job will be irreplaceable.
Okay. I believe in that,
Got
and
me?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think this
Amit,
will be.
one more request, we all from the forum also would like to have that whenever you come across such AI tools over there, okay, which kind might be help, because the redesign was one of the tool that you suggested. So we will definitely try it out. But whenever you
No,
come across, because
redesign is a banking app. Is a banking
it's a
app. It's
banking
not a
app,
tool.
okay. So
Yeah.
means
I think just explore it more.
yeah.
Just explore it more.
So whenever you come across such things over there, if you can just put down over there in our BA group also, so that we would definitely try it out over there.
Okay, I think reactivate Telegram. I am out of
Acha, you
that
are out of that.
group for
Okay.
days now. Yes, so I'll join back, Shipra, uh, and we'll try to share more info in future. Yeah.
Yeah, that will be helpful, Amita. But you can also share that information with me, and I'll post it on the Telegram group. That's also fine.
Yes, and couple of things which I would like to now put forward to conclude this session, which I kept it for the end, uh, and I think we briefly talked about it. So, one of the as whatever assurance I give or you give or industry leaders give, still AI seems to be a threat for everyone, isn't it? People may feel, for example, the question which was just asked, that whether one BA will be required, two BA will be required. Whatever we say, that threat may remain around. People may feel threatened. People may feel concerned. It's natural human behavior. So the key is how to future proof our career. That is important, isn't it? How to make sure that even if AI becomes a superpower in future, robots are controlling humans, for example, that will be, I don't know what kind of day it will be if it starts happening. Some of the movies we have seen where humans are controlled by machines, you never know. So uh, important is, while we need not to worry that our profession will be replaced, but simultaneously we need to make sure that we remain future proof as an individual, isn't it? As an individual, we remain relevant for the market. We remain upskilled for the market. So the key is, for example, one of the examples which I gave to you is a prompt engineering related certification or course or understanding which you need to build, so that you can utilize AI tools in a much better way, generative AI tools specifically. Yeah. So and then you can understand basics of certain terms like machine learning, ethics around AI. Yeah. um, Explore different tools, which I think I'll explore and will put that in our group. What all tools you can explore, which can help you in doing better business analysis. Fine. I'll come back to you on that. And then what you can do is, by using tools like ChatGPT, you can improve your human centric skills, like your communication, your storytelling skills. Yeah. How you narrate, for example, when you are in workshop, and if you are strong in storytelling, then your communication with the business will be at next level. Yeah. By using a basically metaphors, or by using real life examples, by narrating in an interesting way, you can make a business analyst workshop interesting, not boring, isn't it? uh, so the key is, um, if you probe, as I said, one of the key skills to upskill in using AI tools is to probe, to ask plenty of questions. You should be aware or skillful to ask plenty of questions to a generative AI tool, and you get fantastic results. Yeah. So if you keep remain curious and keep asking these tools relevant questions, you will improve your human centric skills day by day. I'm sure about it. Okay. uh, Third thing which I feel is that do not sleep around AI. Remain updated on what all is happening in the market, what all is latest development, especially the topics which may impact you. Okay. So what all emerging things are coming up, so remain updated. For example, I'm sure every one of you here uh, would like to remain updated. That's why they are in a forum which is beyond their office hours, isn't it? That's why you are here at this time of the day. So that means you are conscious about it. So I'm glad to say that. So the key is to remain updated on latest trends and all, so that you can uh, take actions as and when certain things happen. You do not remain late in upskilling yourself, or finding something which can help you to survive. Make sense? So these three things which I thought will be critical for BAs to future proof, um, for future. that is the conclusion I wanted to do today.
Yeah, thanks, Amit. I'll definitely second that. Embracing the technology is the way to go forward and to survive in the industry. If you do not embrace the new tech, you just keep feeling afraid of it. Sooner or later, technology will replace you. So
basically, what is going to happen?
yeah.
We may blame technology at the time, but we ourselves will be a reason if we are replaced. Technology will not replace you. You yourself become a reason to get replaced. Simple.
Exactly. So earlier typewriters used to be there, and when computers came, people were like, computers are going to eat our jobs. Computers are going to eat our jobs. But computers eat the job of a person who didn't learn,
Using computer.
computer type.
Yes.
Computer,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Well said.
they would have just started using computer. So my mother is a typewriter job, right? So she learned computer. It was a struggle for her at her age learning computer, but she learned it, and she continued with her job. But the other typists who were not willing to learn computers, they end up losing their jobs. So same is the case with us as well. So if we learn AI, how to use it, how to give prompts to AI, and how to bring AI into our day-to-day work. If we learn it, then we will definitely going to survive. But if we don't, then it can replace us anytime.
Yep.
So
yeah, well said.
Yeah.
So I think that's it from me, Shipra, Naveen, Amar. Good to talk to you.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks, Amita. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks for giving your weekend to us. So thanks a lot, and hoping to see you some other time on the channel again.
Yeah, thank you, Shipra. Thank you, Naveen.
Thanks,
Thank
Naveen.
you.
Thanks
Bye
for
bye.
being with us.
Thanks for your
Bye-bye.
time.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye. Good night and a happy
Yeah,
weekend.
thank you. Same to you.